This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers watching in the US and around the world. I'm LYNDA. At least 51 people are confirmed dead from massive flooding in Texas, and at least 15 of those are children. Officials say 27 children remain missing from Camp Mystic, a girls' summer camp in Kirk County, Texas. It's one of the areas hardest hit by the flooding. The parents of two young girls have confirmed to CNN that their daughters have died. 13-year-old Blair Harbour and her 11-year-old sister, Brooke. Other campers confirmed dead include 9-year-old Janie Hunt, who you see here, 9-year-old Lila Bonner, and Sarah Marsh. 8-year-old Renee Schmad-Struhler, seen here in this photo. Her family confirmed her death to CNN, her uncle telling us that it is truly devastating. Well, the destruction in the area has been widespread. Texas Governor Greg Abbott visited Camp Mystic on Saturday. He says it's horrendously ravaged. He also says emergency crews are working nonstop to save people.
We will be relentless in going after and ensuring that we locate every single person who's been a victim of this flooding event. We're not going to stop today or tomorrow. We will stop when the job is completed. Between now and whenever that day arrives when the job is completed, this is a 24/7 operation, day and night, because we know that we are looking for Texans and Americans, and we put them as our top priority. We will find every one of them.
Well, Camp Mystic is near the Guadalupe River in the town of Hunt, Texas. It's near Kerrville and northwest of San Antonio. Torrential rains caused the river there to rise more than 20 feet. That's over 6 meters in less than 2 hours. CNN senior national correspondent Ed LAVANDERA has more on Camp Mystic and what happened there.
Just beyond the Guadalupe River over there is Camp Mystic, and these are the cabins where so many young people were swept away by the floodwaters. 27 by last count still missing, and at this point, as every hour that has gone by, it becomes harder and harder to hope that these children can still be found alive. But I have talked to a number of people who had children or were counselors at the camp, and they describe these cabins that you see here in the distance. This is where the younger children would stay. This is kind of where you start out, and then you graduate your way up through the ranks here as you get older. But several people tell us that as the floodwaters came up in the middle of the night, the children couldn't get out this way toward us because that's where the floodwaters were coming from. The water had them pinned inside, that it was the young counselors, and by young I mean these are just 18, 19-year-olds who were inside the cabin with those children, unable to get away. Several people tell us that a lot of those counselors were breaking windows in the back of those buildings and then pulling kids through the windows and in their pajamas, making their way up through the hillside there to get to higher ground and to safety. That is some of the heroic work that these young people managed to do to help save as many lives as possible. There were some 750 kids at this camp, and you can see how extensive the damage is. First of all, just look at the ferociousness that these floodwaters came through, uprooting massive trees and just decimating the riverbed here as everything was rushing downstream. When you look at the campground here, you can see the recreation hall is still standing for the most part, but part of the wall there ripped apart. You know, all of this was underwater, and that is the one thing that has been really hard to kind of describe in all of this is just the amount of water that these floods brought. Where we're standing was underwater at some point, and consider how high above the river we are at this point, gives you a sense that all of this was barreling downstream. People were just simply unable to get out of the way as these floodwaters went up as fast as they did, and that is why this situation has been so extremely deadly. Ed LAVANDERA, CNN, near Camp Mystic, Texas.